March 10, 2026 Afternoon News Summary, New York Time, covering 12 noon to 6 evening. Don't forget to subscribe before we start, so you don't miss out on the latest international news. News 1, UN Security Council adopts Gaza ceasefire resolution. The UN Security Council passed a resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza for the month of Ramadan, with 14 votes in favor and the United States abstaining. The resolution calls for the unconditional release of all hostages and urgent humanitarian access. News 2, ECB holds rates, hints at June cut. The European Central Bank kept its key interest rates unchanged but signaled a potential cut in June, citing an improved inflation outlook. President Lagarde stated that more data is needed but confidence is growing, leading to a dip in the euro to 1.0870 against the dollar. News 3, U.S. February PPI rises 0.3%, below forecast. The U.S. Producer Price Index increased 0.3% month-on-month in February, lower than the expected 0.5%, suggesting some easing of pipeline inflation pressures. The annual PPI rose 1.9%, supporting the Fed's patient stance on interest rate adjustments. News 4, Japan's Tankan survey shows improved business sentiment. The Bank of Japan's quarterly Tankan survey showed large manufacturer sentiment index rose to +12 from +10, marking the fourth consecutive quarter of improvement. This strengthens the case for the BOJ to consider a policy shift away from negative rates. News 5, oil prices surge 4% on geopolitical supply fears. Brent crude futures jumped over 4% to $87 per barrel following the Gaza ceasefire resolution and reports of Ukrainian drone strikes on Russian refineries, raising concerns over potential disruptions to global energy supplies. News 6, EU reaches provisional deal on AI Act implementation. The European Parliament and member states agreed on key implementation rules for the landmark AI Act, focusing on governance and prohibited applications. The deal aims to set a global benchmark for regulating high-risk artificial intelligence systems. News 7, Argentina secures new IMF disbursement amid reforms. The International Monetary Fund approved a $4.7 billion disbursement to Argentina after the country met key performance targets under its $44 billion program. This follows Congress's approval of President Milei's sweeping economic reform package. That's all for today's news. See you next time.